Whew. Whew, forgive me for being late, but I just got back from the future. Today is October 26th, 2025, and of course it is the day that Back to the Future was released 40 years ago. Can you even believe it? So I thought either you could hang out at the Twin Pines Mall today, or you could watch a video that I created about Back to the Future games. So let's go ahead and get started. Back to the Future for the Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC, and ZX Spectrum. According to the manual, the object of the game is to get George and Lorraine to fall in love, and it says to do this we have to get them together. It says as they spend more time together they will fall in love and segments will be added to Marty's photograph. I'm just going in and out of these different doorways to see what's in there. And this one here we have the school. And we have the hall, which has the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Oh, and what's Doc doing there at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance? And then I tried to get into the Lou's shop here, which appears to be the sandwich shop. I don't know, they don't want to use the name Lou. What's wrong with Lou? So there's some things you have to find, like love poems, a cup of coffee, the alien suit, a guitar, and if you pick these objects up, they will influence the other characters on the screen. Like maybe a character will turn away or follow you or stand still or just ignore you, which, you know, I'm kind of used to. This looks like a pretty interesting game. I just wish Biff wouldn't keep chasing me and trying to beat me up. I mean, I can punch back, but I don't remember Marty and Biff actually getting into a fist fight in the movie. Usually Biff gets covered in manure instead. Back to the Future for the MSX computer. Now, you may not be familiar with the MSX. It was a computer that was kind of popular in Japan, and it shares many of the hardware similarities with the ColecoVision and the Sega SG-1000 video game. You can kind of tell the graphics look very much like ColecoVision graphics. In this Back to the Future game, you play as Marty in 9 stages that essentially all look like this. Your main goal is to jump up and open all the windows, but you also have to avoid the cops. Or maybe they're Biff's henchmen, I don't know. No, they definitely have to be cops, look at them. If you jump on one of the red cops, you might get a special bonus that'll help you. Like shoes that'll make you jump higher, or clocks for extra time, or skateboards that make you move faster, you know, that kind of stuff. Control is decent enough, but I always have trouble timing my jumps to hit the enemies, so really I just feel safer just jumping over them. This is a very colorful game, but it really has very little to do with Back to the Future. Back to the Future for the MSX2. Now the MSX2 is a more advanced version of the original MSX. It's got better hardware, color, sound, all that good stuff. And as you can see, this Back to the Future game is all in Japanese. I can't read that moon language, as Joe likes to say. Apparently you have to look at these screenshots and answer questions, probably. I have no idea. It looks pretty cool, though. I was really impressed that a system this old could do such photorealistic graphics. Well, I mean, for the time, it's photorealistic. I don't think the Commodore 64 or the Atari 800 could have done this. Next, we have the infamous Back to the Future for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And in this game you play as Marty running through the streets of Hill Valley, trying to avoid bees and hula girls and guys carrying panes of glass and big strong muscle guys, all while collecting the clocks. You can find a bowling ball to shoot at your enemies, which makes things a little bit easier, and you can also get a skateboard, which can be a little dangerous because you start to move really fast and it makes it a lot easier to crash into things. After the street stage, you have to go to Lou's Cafe and throw milkshakes at bullies, and if they grab you, they'll throw you out, and then you gotta do the whole street stage over again, which sucks. There's also a stage where you have to block hearts from Lorraine, play music up on the stage at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, and then finally race the Delorean through a lightning-filled street, trying to get up to 88 miles per hour. The game is pretty tough, but I was able to beat it by using save states on my EverDrive.
All we gotta do is go 88 miles per hour. Oh, every time the lightning hits me, it slows me down a little bit. Oh, we did it! We did it! Congratulations, Marty! You have made it back. All your time travel is behind you now. Maybe.
This is not a great game by any means. It's really annoying, and I think Bob Gale himself has pretty much denounced the entire game. I mean, it's really not fun just running around the streets of Hill Valley, not to mention how the other stages are pretty darn boring. Back to the Future Part 2 for the Amiga, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, and Sega Master System. Wow, I originally knew this as a Sega Master System game, but apparently it's really made the rounds. In this game, you are Marty riding the hoverboard in good old 2015, collecting items and avoiding getting beat up by Griff's henchmen. You also have to avoid getting hit by cars or just tripping over curbs. Yeah, that's a thing. I really love the visuals here, though. It's exactly what I wanted from a Back to the Future Part 2 game. It's too bad the controls are so laggy. The Atari ST version looks and sounds even better than the Master System version, but controls are just as laggy. I mean, you'd think with better graphics, at least I could make better controls. Jeez. Finally, I wanted to show the Commodore 64 version here because I can get to more stages thanks to the trainer. The characters are quite a bit more blocky than the other versions, though. Stage 2 is this strange puzzle game where I think you have to open doors to get Jennifer out of the house safely. I wasn't able to figure this one out. The third stage has you wandering around in an alternate 1985 and getting attacked by punks and even Mr. Strickland. Dang, man, stop shooting me! The fourth stage is a slider puzzle, and that's pretty much where I lose interest. Ugh, can't stand slider puzzles. Super Back to the Future Part 2 for the Super Famicom. Now, it's pretty well known that really good Back to the Future games are hard to come by, but this one is always cited as one of them. Probably because people remember the AVGN episode where he says it's the best one. Yeah, it's not too terrible, but I just wish it didn't look so much like a cartoon. Anyway, the music is spot on, likely because it was sampled from the actual movie. In fact, I'm probably gonna have to lower the music so I don't get a copyright strike. And then check out the visuals here, which are very bright and colorful, especially in this first stage. I feel like I need to go get some bubble gum. The controls, however, are an issue. You press the Y or the A buttons to jump, but if you aren't already moving in a direction, Marty will just jump straight up in the air. So you really have to be moving at a pretty decent speed in order to do like an arc jump, because there's just no ability to control him in midair. The other problem with the game is the stage design. There's a lot of blind jumps, and sometimes they just lead into pits that are impossible to get out of, and that's thanks to the controls. However, I am very happy to report that there's a very easy password system that consists of only 4 characters. Yay, I can actually show some other stages! This isn't a terrible game if you can get past the shortcomings, but make no mistake, it still has some problems. Back to the Future Part 2 and 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I've talked about this one several times and recently, so check out any of my bad games videos where I talk about the NES. This one will probably be there. Anyway, this very confusing game has you looking for items to place in the correct time periods. Not too many people like it, so I'd be curious to know if anyone watching has actually ever beaten it. I know I haven't, and I don't ever plan to. Back to the Future Part 3 for the Amiga, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64, DOS, ZX Spectrum, Sega Master System, and the Sega Genesis. Another one I've covered in many bad games videos, but I wanted to show a couple of the other versions this time. Here is the Atari ST version, which is the first one that I ever learned of. ST Format Magazine didn't give it very high marks as I remember. First stage has you riding a horse trying to reach Clara before she falls into the ravine. Gotta admit though, I kinda like the ST version better than the Genesis one due to the slowness. The Genesis game is faster and darker, unfortunately. Then here's the Master System version. It may actually be the best one. Then the Commodore 64 game, which is all glitchy, but you get the idea. Then here's the Genesis shooting gallery. And then the pie throwing. Here's the Master System pie throwing. And finally, we have the train stage on the Genesis. And then on the Master System. As far as I know, the other versions are roughly the same, and that is to say, pretty awful. It's really too bad that there isn't a good Back to the Future 3 game. Alright, well that's gonna do it for Back to the Future games. Hold on just a second. Yeah, little Lego Marty? Oh, you're saying that I missed a game? No, I don't think so. Really? Yeah, so Lego Marty over here said that there's a game that if I don't mention, you guys are going to come at me with pitchforks and torches, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Back to the Future the game for Microsoft Windows, OS X, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and iOS.
Doc, where are you?
It's an episodic adventure game that essentially serves as Back to the Future Part 4. I use the term game lightly because it's really more of an interactive movie. The story goes that Marty travels to 1931 to rescue Doc, which ends up creating an alternate 1986.
Marty! Oh my god, Dad! What happened to you?
What do you think happened, butthead?
Biff!
The visuals use this cartoony style that, again, I really don't much care for.
Got everything under control.
This is the dumbest design ever.
But fortunately, it features the voices of Christopher Lloyd as Doc and Thomas F. Wilson as Biff in the 2015 updated versions.
So, you were the same Marty. I remembered you being much taller.
Of course, you don't really even need to play this one, just find a full playthrough on YouTube and enjoy!
Doc!
Marty, what are you doing here?
You gotta come with me! Back to the Future!
Alright, well that's gonna do it for Back to the Future games. Thanks to all my members, I really appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you for watching, take care, and remember, the future is what you make it, so make it a good one.